Okay, welcome back to the channel on Pro Ends of Vidz. This is the Ankle Breaker Podcast, episode number 43. So we are not too far from the podcast of 2022 concluding, sadly, because obviously limited episodes are coming now because it's nearly the end of the year. And which is sad because I think this year's the podcast is really grown. And obviously we'll make the most of the final remaining episodes. And this afternoon, just happy to say I've got obviously two great people who've been on the channel many times this year, and so Rugby League Round Up, and I've got CJ here as well, who's been a special guest many times as well. So I'll start with you, CJ. Thanks for coming on at such late notice this afternoon, and how you going?
No worries, bro. Always good to get on this podcast. It's definitely developed into one of the top podcasts on YouTube, so good on you boys for doing that. Always good to get on here. How am I doing? Look, I'm pretty keen for finals. I'll be at the game, which I believe I'll be meeting with you as well, bro, Lorenzo. So should be fun. But yeah, I'm going really well. I just cannot wait to rip in.
Yeah, sounds good, bro. Got a big week ahead, and Rugby League Round Up. Always good to see you on here as well. How you going, Billy?
I'm going pretty well at the moment. Just living life. Had a great day yesterday. My brother won the grand final, so I was just for a soccer team. I was just really happy. So it's been a good weekend, and I'm doing really well. So thank you for asking, bro.
Yeah, good to hear. And as well, myself, I'm going pretty well as well. And look, I'm just keen for finals this week. Finals is going to be a massive event, so looking forward to it. So we'll be attending a couple of games as well. So obviously this is the episode 43 of the Ankle Breaker Podcast. Hope everyone's doing well in the live chat as we speak. So 13 or now 11 actually, just dropped to 11, which is a shame. But got currently 11 people watching the stream, and that's not a bad crowd actually on a Monday afternoon. So going to sort of go through who we have. So SS fan, how you going? Luke is in the chat as well. Got Cutty Games PlayStation here. Just more comments from Luke and SS Storm fan. Jason Reader, how's it going, Jason Reader? Going pretty well. Who's this? Prupi Akalasi. It's been a little while since I've seen that name. How you going, Prupi? Good to see you again, mate. It's good to see a lot of people here. Mr. Lachlan here as well. He says, hi, Rugby League Round Up. It's good. That's good. We've got a lot of people coming in the stream, and it's perfect because it's going to be a big week ahead, and just looking forward to it. So, honestly, just want to also say as well that I haven't promoted this for a while, but I have got a channel membership. So if you are considering, I guess, purchasing a Pro Ends of Vidz membership, please be sure to get one if you feel like you can, or if you have the money or time to get it, because obviously I've only got 2 members so far, so I just want to try and build it up as much as possible towards the end of the year. So there is a link in the comment section in the description down below to go ahead and become a member today. And as well, in the description down below, go and subscribe to Rugby League Round Up's YouTube channel, and so does CJ's channel as well, both linked in the description down below. But lads, let's get into the podcast. I think it's time to start. So topic number 1, as always, the typical round review. So round 25 review, basically going to give our thoughts on what the final round of the regular season was. Last round of the season. Already, it feels so close already at the round, and it's already ended as well. And it wasn't a bad round in my opinion, but someone's gonna be keen for next week, which is this week now. It's finals, and I'll start with you, Rugby League Round Up. What did you make of round 25, the final round of the season? Obviously, your boys got a win, and that's their first straight win for the season. First straight win just recently. So, what did you make of round 25?
I actually thought it was all right. Some entertaining games, but also some boring games in there as well. I thought most of the games, I thought Eels Storm was all right to watch. That was all right. Bulldogs Eagles, the first half I got quite bored, but I actually ended up enjoying the match more than I thought I would. And then the Roosters Rabbitohs, the opening of the new Allianz Stadium.
No, I don't even know.
That's a fantastic looking stadium. I'll say that is a great looking stadium, and yeah, hopefully I can get tickets to go there this week. Then Saturday, the Titans beat the Warriors, which was just a shock because by that time it was 26-12 when I looked at it in the 55th minute, and then I left the house, and then I just see, oh shit, the Warriors lost, and that was shocking. But yeah, that was all right. Dragons Broncos, greatest game ever. Nah, all
Oh,
good. Mate, yeah, that felt good to get the win. Cowboys Panthers, they versus the reserve grade side, so I'm not even going to worry about it. And Sunday's games were just average. So
sleepy.
I'll give this week maybe a 5.5 out of 10.
5.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can definitely agree with that because there was some games, some obviously one-side contests as well. CJ, mate, what do you think about round 25? Obviously, it was sad for your boys losing to the Roosters this week. I know how much you would have been pretty upset about that, but other than that, what do you make of the round?
Yeah, $40 down to drain there, but worth it for the night, I guess. But yeah, look, I thought the round was all right. Ended off the regular season. Thursday's game, I didn't really enjoy Thursday night. I thought it was pretty one-sided with about 70 minutes or so, and then Munster rushed that kick at the end. Friday night, I didn't watch Manly or Dogs. Unfortunately for you, it looked like Manly choked or something. I didn't watch it.
Yep.
And for South Roosters, being there live, losing to them, it sucked. Saturday was all right. Warriors choked. Dragons knocked the Broncos out of finals. And Cowboys were basically bursting reserve grade. And Sunday was just dog shit. So I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, look, for me, I think round 25 was, it was sound at best. Like, it wasn't anything amazing. It was just another typical round, and it was a round that was, I guess, some sad for some teams only because they're losing a couple of players at the end of the season. Obviously, some players are moving on, and a lot of changes and final games and stuff like that for those players. So I guess that's what this round's mainly built around. But yeah, no, look, I got to say that I was really disappointed with the Warriors this week. They're definitely very disappointed in them because it was their final home game this season. It was Eli Katoa, Walsh's last game, Harris Avita's last game, and a couple others too. And yeah, and like they were bound to win that game. They're winning 26 points to 12 with about 10 minutes to go. And, their choke reminded me of the Manly Cowboys choke earlier in the year as well, like very similar, So, yeah, that's just so disappointing to Mount Smart as well. I'm sure that, look, if you're a Warriors fan, I give you every right to be upset over that. I think Fanatics and Jacko, who are currently watching right now, would understand the pain of what happened on Saturday. So, yeah, look, just I think the Warriors will be very disappointed in themselves for that, letting that lead come away there. Yeah, something happened this like Eagles and Storm that the Turtles Eels got win over there, so they locked in for a top 4 now, and they played Panthers week 1, so they're a cracker of a game. And then obviously Roosters and South today, I tipped them to win, but Roosters were just a bit too good at Allianz and opening up the new stadium for the very first time. So, but they play each other again this Sunday, and I'm going to be there. I will be there, and I'll obviously see CJ there too. So we'll be good, and we'll see if Seahawks can get redemption there. But as for Sunday, I'm not going to get into Sunday. Sunday was a very boring day. One-side contest is all over the place. So I've got to agree with what both of you guys think. 5 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 is pretty much fair in my opinion. Okay, on to some finals. On to some finals talk now. So we are now in finals, and it's great because I think that it's always a big event of the season, and it's something that everyone's going to be looking forward to. Because I will say this: if you're not looking forward to finals, then why the fuck are you watching the NRL for? I don't understand because finals is just such a big event, and it's been great. It's always a great thing every year. So no, I'm looking keen for it. Obviously, obviously me and Rugby League Round Up's teams aren't there, and obviously yours is there, CJ. But despite that, I'm still watching finals. I'll be there a couple of games, so it should be good still. But basically what we're going to do is preview the 4 games coming up this weekend and what ones we're looking forward to, and then we're going to talk about what finals team we are backing. Obviously, I know what you'd say, CJ. That's for Souths, but as for me and Billy, will just I guess give the team we're sort of supporting during finals and that. And as for the last one, we're also going to be analysing every top 8 clubs' strengths and weaknesses heading to finals. So that'll be interesting as well. So I'll start with you, CJ. Just give us what games you're looking forward to for the weekend, finals week 1, like out of the 4 games, and who are you backing? Obviously, that's not a question for you, but and also just also just talk about some strengths and weaknesses for a few top 8 clubs, like not all of them, just a couple.
Yeah, well, first off, I think the obvious would be I'm looking forward to Souths and Roosters. But other than that, I'm really looking forward to Sharks versus Cowboys on the Saturday night at Cronulla. I think usually when they verse, it goes down to the wire. We all remember that final at Allianz a few years ago. That was really fun. So I might be there. I should be there. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. For weaknesses and strengths, I think for a team like Souths, I think our strengths is our attack on our left edge. I think our left edge attack is it clicks. It's really well done. I think it's going to win us games. Our weaknesses would probably be the intensity. I don't think we have that intensity to go full 80 minutes. We only lift up our game when it seems like we need to. But to do that in finals, you've got to be consistent. You've got to do it for the whole 80 minutes. So I think, and our defense has been a bit off on this year, so we need to be a consistent, defensive, disciplined team for 80 minutes. And yeah, that's one of the few attacks, few pros and cons for us heading into finals.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's definitely what Souths might need to sort of look at before heading to finals, but luckily for them, they have a lot of finals experience, which should help them. Billy, now just give us what you think are some games you're looking forward to for finals week 1, and who are you backing for finals? Like, who's the team, obviously, other than Dragons, you're backing during finals, and what do you think is their strengths or weaknesses heading to finals as well, that club?
Yeah, look, the game I'm looking forward to the most this week is the Battle of the West on Friday night, I believe. Parramatta versus Penrith. Down at Penrith. It's going to be a crazy game. I reckon Parramatta's. I have a feeling they're going to go all the way through to the grand final this year, and I think they'll actually win. I think it's a. I know. Like, you obviously don't like Parramatta much, Prometo, but look, it's been way too long, and I think they're due. They've been fighting for it for a long time, and they've been consistently in the top 8 for a long time now. So I just have a feeling with a lot of players that are leaving Parramatta, they're going to want to go out on a high note and win a premiership there. So yeah, I'm backing Parramatta for a grand final this year, but I will go through their strengths and weaknesses. I think Dylan Brown has improved a lot this year. Obviously, for the last couple of years, no one really talked about him, but he's just had a completely different year to others. He's like, just the way he plays, his steps are dangerous. He's got one of the best He's one of the best tackling halves with a 95% record. And yeah, no, he puts in an effort every time, and I actually really think he's one of their strengths. And their spine is a strength too, because Gutherson's experience and consistency will also I think get them there. I really think Reid Marnie is good enough to get the team to a grand final when he's on. Mitchell Moses now, I know you don't like Mitchell Moses much, but he can be good. So yeah, look, they got a lot of strengths, but yeah, the weaknesses for me would have to be. It's me. I feel like they can be exposed sometimes with the centers. They don't have some of the best reads. So yeah, I think they just need to get most of the reading right, because if they get overlapped, and they're not going to know what to do, because they've been overlapped so many times in the past. So yeah, maybe get their edge defense right, and that they can go a long way if they do that, and just get their defense right, because through the middle, their forwards are just going to just tear them up, because their forwards are huge. So yeah, they just need to get their defense right, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And look, I don't like Para particularly that much either. I don't, but I do think that they are a bit of a shock going the whole way this year. I have to 36 years, however long it's been. They're going to be close one day, and if it's not this year, then it won't be for a very long time, as they're losing Marnie, Papali'i. So they're losing a bit next year, and it has to be somewhere this year or maybe next year they continue to, I guess, keep most of their squad. But yeah, but I really do think that Para are a bit iffy for me, but we'll see how they go anyway. But yeah, look, for me, sorry, I was just typing something in the box here because I think I made a mistake. So my bad if I accidentally said one of the words out loud there. But I think it's fixed now. But look, as for me, the game I'm looking forward to this week, well, I'm obviously attending 2 finals games this week. Panthers Eagles, I might, but I doubt it. But I will be at Sharks Cowboys. We'll be at Roosters and South on Sunday. So looking forward to those 2 games. So yeah, it's pretty obvious which one I might go with. I'm probably going to go with them 2 at the same time, but obviously I'm going to pick one. And I think I'll be looking forward to Roosters and South, only because it's a game. Obviously, looking at how last week sort of panned out, Roosters was too good for South, and I think South's coming out this time would really want to make a statement and sort of just get redemption over the Roosters, because I doubt that they would let Roosters do the same thing as they did last week by the way they play. Let's Tedesco have too much ball space. Liam Walker, sort of steered the game to a victory for them. So I expect guys like Latrell, Cody Walker, Campbell Graham returning, Cook to really make that side a lot heaps better than what they were last week. Tane Milne, if he could back up what he did last week too, I think he'd be very good for them. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But as for the side I'm going backing for finals, it might be a bit of a surprise to some people out there, but I am backing the Sharks this year in finals. I think the Sharks and many other teams are going to get in the backing off. I like Cronulla because I think Sharks and me are a club that has impressed me so much this year. I mean, they finished just outside the top 8 last year and under a rookie coach all year, and someone that hasn't even played halfback that many times before, more of a 6 and a fullback, Nico Hines. They've really steered the Sharks to a really, really good place this year in 2022. Top 2 finish, coming second. No one expected to have Sharks that high. I think people would have had Sharks in the 8, but not near second or anything like that. So definitely overachieved there in a good way. And I'm looking forward to Sharks during finals, and I think I'm on their sort of bandwagon. And their strengths and weaknesses. Well, their strengths are having a lot of finals experience, because the Sharks have heaps of finals experience type players, and they don't have many that haven't played finals in that team as of right now. So that's going to be a bit of a strength for them as well. Plus, also very big and fast and skillful backs like Raymond, Molitalo. Kennedy might be fit, but who knows? Talakai's 50-50 apparently this Saturday, so I'll be missing him if he's out. But, the halves like Moylan and Hines have been great together all year, and Brayley. So they've got a really well-balanced team. And the weaknesses, the Sharks have too many weaknesses, but it just maybe the fullback, if Kennedy's out, who's been playing fullback recently? I'm just trying to think. It was Dykes and Miller. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Miller. So it just depends on how those guys sort of go in finals. They play fullback again, just the inexperience and all that, because it's a big position to play in finals. So I think that's where the weaknesses might come from. But other than that, the Sharks are pretty well balanced heading to finals. So yeah, everyone, that's our sort of preview of finals week 1 coming up right there. All right, on the third topic now, and third topic is one that interests me quite a bit, only because I do feel like that the Warriors have definitely let go of him far too early. Give him another year, like give him a couple of other chances, with the club for a couple more seasons, or not for 4 bloody months. It makes no sense. But yeah, Dejan Arce is not going to be offered for the Warriors beyond next year, and they wanted to find a new club for next year, which I find unbelievable. So that's ridiculous for Arce. Rugby League Round Up. Are you surprised by how the Warriors have only held on for Arce for 4 months since April, and been told to look for a new club? And if he does get a new club, where that new club be, in your opinion?
Yeah, I was very surprised when I saw. First of all, 15 names was a bit of a shock. I didn't know there was going to be that many players leaving, but yeah, Dejan Arce was one of the standout names there because he's actually been all right this year. He hasn't really done that much bad, in my opinion. And you know what? He hadn't even been at the Warriors for more than 4 months, like you said. If he got a whole preseason in at the Warriors, I reckon he would be a very, very, very good weapon, very huge weapon for the Warriors. So, yeah, it was kind of a shock to me that they got rid of him. And to be honest, there is some clubs that need him. I know that's Dolphins could actually use him because they still got a lot of roster spots. And,
Yeah.
if Sean O'Sullivan or gets injured, for example, or Cody Nicarima or Anthony Milford goes down, they got Dejan Arce as a backup there, which is actually kind of decent in my opinion. So, yeah, maybe the Dolphins could use him in my opinion. That's what I'd go with. I think Wayne Bennett should look at him. He's very talented. I think, when he left the Cowboys this year and he went to the Warriors, and finally he gets his first great opportunity, and he actually did all right. So yeah, it's a shock that the Warriors got rid of him, but yeah, the Dolphins should go and sign him.
Yeah, interesting. And I think Dolphins are a good option for Arce as well, since he's been playing for Redcliffe, who was the Warriors' feeder club for this year. Just before I get to you, CJ, just got a donation I missed here, and that's from Mr. Lachlan with $1 donation. Yeah, look, thanks, Mr. Lachlan, for a blank message there as well. But look, appreciate Mr. Lachlan. Probably the only person that's donated the most on my channel actually so far. So yeah, look, I'll take a $1 donation. Why not? So thank you, Mr. Lachlan. But yeah, look, CJ, we were talking about the last situation earlier today in the chat there, and yeah, a bit surprised how the Warriors haven't kept him for this year, next year and beyond. So yeah, look, where do you think Arce could end up if he has to find a new club?
Yeah, look, firstly, I don't like the decision. His childhood club was the Warriors, and if there was a player that they were looking for to commit to living in New Zealand, you'd have to imagine that Dejan Arce would be one of those players, especially losing players like Chanel Harris-Tavita, their halves depth. He would have been nice, and when a player like Sean Johnson moves on, whether it be in the next year or two, I think he would have gelled well and had a young halves partner with Arce and Volkman for the Warriors in the future. So I don't like how the Warriors moved on Dejan Arce. And for whatever club he goes to, I'm trying to think about it. I haven't had time to. Oh, mate, this is pretty tough to think. I think this might be a bit bold, but I think the Canberra Raiders. We all know how to have players like, Matt Frawley, Jack White, and Jamal Fogarty. But I think he could fit in really well for the halves depth there. If I think Canberra Raiders would be a bold option to throw out there for Dejan Arce, but it's more likely that he'll end up somewhere in Queensland, like the Dolphins, like Billy said earlier.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And that's what I could really see Arce as well, as being in Queensland. But as for the Raiders, with what you said there, that's interesting because I think he could be good depth actually for Wyden and Fogarty. So if one goes down, then they'll probably have Frawley and Arcee. So they may not be the worst option. But yeah, look, what I think about it, like I said, I think it's a really weird decision by the Warriors to let go of Dejan Arcee. I just think, he should be time instead of 4 months or 5 months at least 4, because that's, for me, not long enough for a player to prove themselves just yet. So give him a full off season at the club, how he goes. And, like you said, CJ, obviously you want players to beat the Warriors like ones that commit to New Zealand, moving there full time. That was Arcee, and they're let go of him, which is a bit surprising. But I guess in a way, I can't be as what I feel like I should be about it, because they do have Volkman, Metcalf, Johnson. They've got a good mix of halves, and Tim Martin as well, who might play 5'8" next year. So they've already got a bit of options there already. But Arcee can play fullback, center, and he's a bit of a utility. So I think he would have worked well as a utility, just somewhere for that club. But yeah, as for me, where would I think he should sign? Look, might sound a bit biased, but I'll take Arcee at Manly personally. I think we do need another utility next year, especially with Dylan Walker going to the Warriors next year, who's now the Warriors now, and we do need a new utility. So maybe if we get Arcee, that's what I was going to say. Maybe get Arcee in return, and that may not be a bad choice for us actually if we look into that. So I'll take Arcee, but Dolphins would be another option as well. Like you said, Rugby League Round Up. So I think one of those sort of clubs that might need utility may go there. Okay. Moving on to Tottenham Hall. So this is another interesting sort of rumor that's come out a couple of days ago, and this is about the Tigers and the Panthers, right? They are both talking about a potential player swap between Tyrone Peachey, who might go back to the Panthers, in the exchange of Charlie Staines going into the Tigers. Now, I don't know what you both make of this, but I'll start with you, CJ. What do you make of this rumor? It's bullshit. It could be some truth behind it, but if it was to happen, is it a fair trade?
Yeah, I can see it happening, but it's more about, will Tyrone Peachey even start into Panthers 17? Charlie Staines, you'd imagine that he'd probably slot somewhere into Panthers 17. Don't know where. Do I like the trade? Yeah, I kind of do. I think Charlie Staines has potential to be a great player. I think he is on his day. But I think just going to a club like the Tigers where it's a rabble could hurt him. Tyrone Peachey to Penrith, it was his first club. He has that experience, he knows the joint. So I think he can help, young players in his position, be a bit of a mentor and experience room. I like it. I don't think Peachey might not get much game time, but I think Charlie Staines, he'll probably slot somewhere in the Panthers starting 13. So, I like it, but who wins out this trade? I really do think Charlie Staines going to the Tigers. I think the Tigers win this trade here. I really do. I think they get a young, good back with a big future, and it could help him rise up the ladder a bit.
Yeah, for sure. And Rugby League Round Up, what do you make of the trade? Do you think it's a good one, or do you think it's one that's not fair? What do you think about it?
I think it's actually all right. Charlie Staines isn't getting first grade at Panthers. Tyrone Peachey isn't getting first grade at Tigers. And who knows, maybe Peachey does get first grade at Panthers. I don't think so, in my opinion. But I know Charlie Staines will definitely be, in my opinion, in that Tigers side next year somewhere if this thing does happen. But the thing I'm worried about is that the Tigers want him at fullback, from what I've heard. So, and he is known as a fullback, but Dane Laurie's there, like you just said, and they might have to play Charlie Staines in the wing. So, I think the Tigers definitely win out of this trade too. Charlie Staines is young; he's 21, 22 years old. So, he's got a huge future in my opinion. And I just hope he does well for himself, Charlie Staines, because obviously the Tigers, they're not in they're not in the best shape at all. So yeah, hopefully this is a good trade for Charlie. I do think he wins this, but who knows? Maybe Tyrone Peachy gets the better of it. But for me, it's Charlie. So yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. And yeah, look, this actually came out on Friday, I think. So interesting sort of rumor there that's been discussed. I believe the person who released it is someone closely associated with the Panthers on Twitter. So I guess there has to be some sort of truth behind it. But yeah, it's interesting because I think Peachy would benefit going to Penrith, especially with Crystal going next year to the role, and either Sonny Luke or Tyrone Peachy being the utility off the bench there. And as for the Tigers with Staines, Staines can pretty much play anywhere in the back line, fullback, a winger, not 5'8" a halfback, but play in the back somewhere. But yeah, look, who benefits from this trade a bit more? I'm going to say Tyrone Peachy to the Panthers, I reckon. That's just me. I reckon Peachy to the Panthers works well, only because I think he's played his best footy there in the past. He's played a lot of finals matches there. He obviously is in a better system than what he's at currently at the Tigers. So I think Peachy for me is the one that probably gets the better sort of I guess better sort of move out of the whole trade if that's to happen. So I think Peachy the Penrith is a good one, and I think Staines has potential Tigers too, but we'll see anyway. And on to the very last topic before we get on to the team of the week and everything like that. Last one, obviously it's one that's close to my heart, and obviously we'll try not to go for it for too long, but because we're sort of a bit over time here, but that's okay. Just sort of want a quick answer from you both about Manly. So obviously there's been a lot of drama recently with the club. Obviously there's been talk Hasler might go. Obviously there's been talk about the Pens having trouble with Hasler and stuff like that. The Fulton family, who are the recruitment officers, are not happy with the way Des treats the younger players and stuff like that. So obviously there's a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors out there about the club and the future going forward. But just a quick answer for you both. I'll start with you first, Billy. Can Manly move past all this drama and that's happening? And just like it says in the box here as well, if Hasler was to go, who would you think would be the next Manly coach in your opinion?
I've been hearing Billy Slater and I think that is a huge smoky, and I actually like that, to be honest. He's a young coach. He speaks really well as a coach as well. So yeah, Billy Slater is definitely an option, and I also heard Shane Flanagan as well. So just a normal coaching option as we hear every other day. With all other clubs that are looking for coaches in the past. But yeah, I do think Hasler's going to go. Unfortunately, he has had a great career at Manly too. Won so many premierships with them, not just as a coach. I think as a player too. I can't remember. I wasn't even alive then. So but he was definitely a club legend for them, which will be unfortunate to see him go. But his time's up, unfortunately, and I'm also hearing as well that Daly Cherry Evans has a bit of a rift with some of the players in the team. So we'll just I hope they can sort that out. Otherwise, there'll be more problems. But yeah, I do think that Hasler will go, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just on the DC stuff, I don't know whether to believe all that. I mean, obviously there's been rumors about that happening, but look, I do think that it's not the issue because I see him high-fiving the players and he's obviously the captain and everyone seems to respect him still. So I don't fully believe that talk, but there could be some truth behind it anyway. But we'll see what happens. But interesting. Thanks for that Rugby League Round Up. And CJ, mate, just two quick answers about me. Do you think they'll move past this current drama that's going on within the club? And if Hasler was to get the sack or was to quit the club, whatever happens to him, who do you think will be the next Manly coach?
Well, they're going to have to get up a drama before November starts for pre-season because you don't want to go into next season with all the negativity around. I don't think he should move on, but for the better wealth of the club, I do think Des Hasler will be gone by pre-season. And I think the coach who could take over Manly is actually Jason Riles. I think Jason Riles could be a good option. I think he's a assistant coach that's been talked up. He's been in good systems like Eastern Suburbs and Melbourne. So I think, Manly should go after a coach like Jason Riles, who's young and has the experience as an assistant. However, rumours of players like Tom Trbojevic and Cherry Evans and all that wanting to leave, that's surely not. I don't believe that. But I do think there is a bit I do believe there's a bit of a rift, but I do think Manly are that team that can sort that out.
Yeah, no, look, I agree. I agree with the coach option there, and I think that we will move past this drama. I hate seeing obviously Manly like this. It's not nice for me, especially. And look, I think we'll be okay. I think we will move past this drama. I think the CEO Tony Mestroff has a lot of confidence to Manly fan that things will get better and he will make changes like he's already said. And look, I think we'll be okay. But obviously, got a lot of things to fix as well. But for me, who will be the next Manly coach if Hazel wants to go? And I can obviously agree with CJ there if he wants to go because that's where he's feeling that has to sort of make the sacrifice, I suppose, in the whole drama. But I think Jason Riles is probably one of the better options to be our next coach. I like Jason Riles. I think he's someone for me that I totally believe is ready for NRL coaching, who reminds me a bit of Silrado and a bit of Fitzgibbon. I think he definitely is a bit like them, only because he's had a good track record in reserve grade, or not reserve grade, but he's had a good track record working under Melbourne and obviously working under the Roosters currently right now. And that's two good systems there. So I think he'd benefit from coming to Manly and bringing that sort of knowledge and that to the club. So I think Riles or even Slater wouldn't mind. I don't Slater would move from his home
Slater in a
and
Manly
from his
photo
farm.
would be so weird.
Oh, bro, it would actually shock me, especially after the history he's had with Manly in the past. Fuck, that's gonna be hard to take in, but I'll get used to it eventually anyway. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. But
Oh wow.
Oh no, what's happened there?
Oh no. Wait, let me just text him, see what's happened there.
I'm sure he'll be back. Internet must have cut out. So I'm literally eating dinner on the live stream. But so I'll continue on while he's gone. I do think Manly I do think there is a bit of a rift, but on the other hand, I do think that they're a mature enough team to sort it out. They've got leaders there like Jake Trbojevic, Tom Trbojevic, and DCE. Whether they see eye to eye or not, I think if they need to get over it, otherwise it's going to be another year of not making the 8. Look, they got to get over it, and I think a coach like Jason Riles or maybe even another bold one I'll throw out, Neil Henry, could be pretty interesting for him.
That'd be good, yeah.
Colin said 1 second in the chat.
Oh yeah, I see that. Oh, there is.
Hopefully.
Oh.
What's happening there?
Oh no.
Must be raining down your way, I think.
Wait, let me just check outside. Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't say it either.
Oh no.
Maybe it's the dodo.
Oh, not the dodo. Fucking hell.
Oh god.
We'll be back, don't worry, guys. Just a bit of connection problems. Here he is.
Yes.
Here he is.
Fuck. Yes. I'm sorry about that. Okay. You know what I did? I accidentally pressed the X button on my laptop to exit the tab. So that's one mistake I actually did there. So I apologize about that. Because I was like just looking at the comments here. I was trying to get some of the comments, and I actually pressed leave studio, which basically cuts me out of the stream. And so had to try. But sorry everyone. Sorry about that. But I'm back now, and as I was going to say, we are going to move on to the last topic of the show, last sort of segment of the show, and that's our team of the week. 25. So it's the final time we're sort of going to dissect final round of the season, and it's going to be interesting to see what our final team of the weeks are until finals when we do bring this segment back. I will bring it back again for finals, of course. Okay, so I'll start with your Rugby League Round Up. So, what is your team of the week for round 25, and who was your player of the round as well?
My player of the round is Ben Hunt. For me, I think what he did to get the boys the win on the weekend was just outstanding. That 40-20 in the first half set up basically our second try of the match. And then in the start of the second half, he got a try assist for Ramsey, and then at the end of the match, he got another try assist for Matt Feeney, which was arguably one of the tries of the year. It could be up there as a contender. So, he's my player of the round. He was just so good. And please, Dragons, you better keep him. You better keep him. So, he's my player of the round. And my team of the week is Gutherson at fullback, Mike Acevo and Murray Taulagi in the wing. And my centres are Matt Feeney and Zach Lomax. My halves is Dylan Brown and obviously Ben Hunt. My front rows are Junior Paulo and Tino Fasua Malawi. My number 9 is Reece Robson. My back rowers are Britton Nakora and Hudson Young. My lock is Jack Bird, and my bench is Luke Keary, Siasia Takeaho, Sean Lane, and actually I had Angus Crichton, but I will change that to Eddie Blacker for that chase down.
Oh, yeah.
I think I saw that on the weekend, that chase down, and that was actually all right. So good on him, and he's obviously played for Dragons as well. So yeah, good to see him doing well.
Yeah, no, good team of the week there, and I agree with your player of the round as well. I think Ben Hunt's definitely up there for me as well. But mine's a bit different, but I do think that he's definitely one of the better players this round. I'll go give my team of the week in my player of the round because I understand that CJ, you still have to think about yours just quickly before you have to go for yours. So that's all right. I'll give you time to think about that. But look, I'll just go through mine quickly. So. I'll start with my play of the round actually. So my play of the round for this week was James Tedesco. I thought Teddy was fantastic. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think Teddy was really good on Friday. Just the way he sort of see the Roosters to victory there was really good. Whenever he had to hand the ball, it was like magic, pretty much. Just everything came off him, and everything was sort of just around him with points and that. I think I'll go with Teddy for my man of or play of the round, I should say. But look, going from my team of the week. So my team of the week starts with fullback James Tedesco. My wingers are Tane Milne and Mike Acevo. My centers are Matt Feagai and Sebastian Chris. And my 5'8" is Dylan Brown, and my halfback is Tanner Boyd. My props are Junior Paulo and Tino Fa'asu Malawi, and my hooker of the round is going to be Reece Robson from the Cowboys. My back rows are Angus Crichton and Sean Lane, and my lock is going to be Jack Bird. And then my bench consists of Zach Wolford, Hudson Young. I've also got here, if it loads up, just quickly, sorry about this, Anna Fanua Blake. And I've also got Eddie Blacker there as well. So that's my team of the week right there. My play of the round. CJ, CJ, what's your team of the round and play of the week, bro?
Still trying to think, but my player of the week, I think it's pretty unfair, but I'm going to give it to Valentine Holmes. I thought Val Holmes had a really good game. I know it was against the reserve team, but I thought he was really a standout. So Val Holmes is my player of the round. My fullback, James Tedesco. Trying to think on top of my head. I'll do what you say here. I'll go Tane Milne somewhere in there as well. Far out. I'm going to put players in order. I've got Val Holmes there as well.
Yeah, all good.
Far out. It's tough. Unfortunately, I can't even think, I'll be honest with you, Val. Should have been more prepared, but my player of the round's Val Holmes.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'll accept that. But yeah, look, anyway, everyone, that concludes the Ankle Breaker Podcast, episode 43. Thank you all for watching and tuning in this afternoon. It really means a lot. And yeah, look, we've got limited episodes left, so we're going to try and make the most of the remaining ones. But just want to say thanks again to CJ and Rugby League Round Up for coming on this afternoon yet again. Good to have you boys on and go through the topics and that are planned. So yeah, thank you, Rugby League Round Up. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, let's go.
And thanks, CJ, for being a special guest this afternoon as well. I couldn't find special guests at first, but thanks for coming on, bro.
No, it's always can you get on. Bring on the finals.
Yeah. No, I can't for finals. We'll be at some of the games this weekend, so looking forward to it.
That's right.
Anyway, that brings the end to the podcast. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and go and check out both Billy and CJ's YouTube channels as well. So, see you the next one next Monday.
See you guys. Peace.